The Wuthering Waves 2.1 special broadcast wrapped up with a bang, showcasing a myriad of updates to come, quality of life improvements, upcoming banners, new locations and more endgame content. But nestled away at the very end of the stream, not unlike a Marvel movie after credit scene, was a little trinket. A trailer I found that many streamers and content creators missed, thinking the show had concluded, but this little secret epilogue revealed much more than the conclusion of the preview broadcast. Within this trailer, we were privy to what appeared to be 3 new characters in the game, but was it actually 3? Well, we know for sure one is a new character, the tattooed lady with the lavender hair who speaks to the rover.
Excellent. Together we dive into the sea of ghosts.
Although this video is not about her, I do wish to say that, oh my god, she's gorgeous and I will be simping for her on release.
Oh, what a loser!
But what I do wish to talk about in this video is the other 2 characters that we saw. The red-headed maiden, who seems to look potentially like a bard, with her elf-like ears and her string instrument in hand. And then to the other, a commanding lady who appears to be Cartethyia, known best by her holy name, Fleurdelys, the Blessed Maiden. We can see this is Fleurdelys from her tacit mark and the outfit that she wears. But what has happened to the calm-mannered, soft-spoken maiden we spoke to at the end of the Rinascita storyline? Well, to theorycraft on this, we have to go back a little to the start of our story in Rinascita, so please bear with me for a moment.
No. I'm Cartethyia. Yes, that's right. Cartethyia.
At the start of the rover's journey in Rinascita, not long after meeting Zani, we were shown a scene where the rover bore witness to a vision bestowed upon her by the Imperator of Rinascita.
Thou hast come at last. I am the Imperator. Aid me, O Arbiter, that we may return the lost unto the earthly realm.
Command, unify, ascend. An important statement, a trio of words we will attempt to break down. But first, let's move on to the next relevant piece of information regarding Fleurdelys, the stained glass windows and the story of the history of Rinascita and the war between the 2 divinities.
Together the seas, eternally at odds with each other. Amidst the turmoil they wrought, Rinascita evolved.
We know that the humans of Rinascita, like humans always do, became tribalistic and took up arms against their fellow man in the name of their respective divine figureheads. And so began the fight between the followers of the divine of the sky and the divine of the sea. This war injured the divinity, and following the rent of the divine, the dark tide flowed. This history is veiled in much mystery and differing stories, but from what we can gather, Fleurdelys became the chosen blessed maiden of the Resonator, and went on to martyr herself to empower and hear the Sentinel somewhat, thus ending the dark tide. But according to Frederico of the Order, and who knows if we can believe a word he says, said that the power of the Holy Maiden used and had been bestowed upon her was not that of the Imperator, but that of the Trinodian. He stated, Fleurdelys was shaped both body and spirit by our ancient enemy. Now, we are not privy to the actual truth of what took place that fateful day, but this is where we can potentially infer and theorise what may have happened. We know from iconography in Rinascita that the Trinity is important and depicted in many pieces of art and architecture. We know that the beings of the sky and the sea are represented, but is the third that of the earth? But as far as we know, there is no divine for the land, only the people. Now, let's go back to the quote from the Imperator herself. Their trinity of words, if you will: command, unify, ascend. What if the third divinity is the unity of both sides of the same coin, the unification of the divine via the bringing together of the sea and the sky through the earth, and the chosen one being the vehicle to do so? Could the Fleurdelys we saw in the trailer be the other half to the one we have already met? What if, when apparently martyring herself to stop the stem of the dark tide and help the Imperator, was an attempt to bring both sides of the divine together, but failed, stopping the dark tide in her failure, but not being able to bridge the gap between the 2 divine, and thus separating herself in the act, creating 2 resonators, one of the Sentinel and one of the so-called Trinodian, or 2 sides of herself torn between both, and thus being tied to both beings since then, and neither being able to be unified or fully returned to power, stopping the true healing of both and the return of divinity to Rinascita, through the trinity of the sky, the sea, and the earth, and robbing the nation of its balance. We also see a red-headed maid in the trailer with her long elf ears and holding what appears to be a stringed instrument. We know from Carlotta's tales about Fleurdelys, she was one to enjoy rebellion, to dance and enjoy life, even willing to steal a drink to divulge in the pleasures of intoxication. And in this story, we hear that Fleurdelys attracted the attention of a crowd who followed her as she played a sacred horn that entertained with joy and revelry as she went. Could this potentially be a misunderstood part of the history of the Holy Maiden, as much of her story seems to be shrouded in mystery and forgotten to the people of Ragusa? Could she have played a different kind of instrument, and possibly the instrument that the red-headed girl appears to hold? Is this the three aspects of Fleurdelys, her trinity? Cartethyia, Fleurdelys, and the Blessed One? Just like the three aspects we see depicted in Rinascita in multiple areas: the sky, the Holy Maiden, Fleurdelys, the Threnodian's resonator, and Cartethyia, the ordinary girl who laughed, danced, played music, and enjoyed life. Are we the arbiter, the rover destined to command, unite, and ascend, ultimately bringing all three parts back to one, a fragmented divinity made whole once more, a trinity become one? Is this our role in this nation? Is this our destiny as the rover, and in doing so, truly bringing peace to the nation of rebirth, so it once again can be a place truly worthy of the name Rinascita? I'd love to know your thoughts on everything I've spoken about in this video. I do really enjoy doing these theory crafting videos sometimes, just allowing my mind to go wild on the potential things that could maybe happen in the game. Many probably won't, but it's still fun to contemplate anyway. I'd love to know what you think in the comment section, guys. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't yet done so. And I hope you did enjoy the video, and I will see you all in the next one.